I'm Elizabeth Howard from Queen's Cottage Shelter. I'm sitting here with Miss Nefertiti, who has graciously agreed to appear on camera and give more insight into what life was like. Nefertiti, thank you so very much for talking to all of us. I think what people really want to know, for those who are fortunate enough to have never known homelessness firsthand, what was a typical day like when you were living here in this park?
Well, it's easy to answer because this is bringing back so many memories. Seeing the people still out here laying down, because I was with them. Matter of fact, I think I know who that person is over there. So my normal day went, I'll be out at night selling my body. I started as soon as it got dark. I stayed out as long as I can because I really had no place to go. So what I would do was I would hold on to the money best I could. A lot of times I put the money in my wig and I would lay on the grass with my sleeping bag, and I would wake up and the wig would be somewhere like 10 yards away because somebody had robbed me of the money that was under my wig.
Oh my God.
Yes, it was still dangerous, but I felt this was the safest place to be, so, right in front of the police station. But still, we had bad times here. But I would work all night, I would come home, and I would probably go treat myself to Denny's. This used to be on Broadway, close to Jacqueline Square. And then I'd be breakfast and I'd come in. And for days that I didn't do good on the street, I would go to the rescue mission. It's right around the corner. It's the Red Cross, I think. I would go there and have lunch. This church behind me is St. Mary's Catholic Church. They would feed us breakfast and give us a bag lunch for the day. And other than that, we would sit in the park and just do what they're doing right now. Like they're in the living room. This was our living room all day.
So, here's a question I think some people might want to ask. I know this was 25 years ago when it happened to you, but how did you end up in the park? We know your family put you out when you were 18, but there must have been shelters somewhere that you could go to.
There was not one shelter. Now, here's the thing. There's a men's shelters, like there's two of them right behind us. If I would have went to that shelter, I would have to be the person, I guess a man, because they couldn't put us in a mixture where, just like jail, they couldn't put you with straight men or men at all. So we couldn't go to the shelters because we were transgender.
So there were no shelters.
Not one.
Or even a section of a shelter.
Not one.
That was set up for transgenders only, where they could be safe.
Not one. And I don't know if any women, I don't know Oakland, we don't have any women's shelters here, but most of the shelters that are here cater to the males. And in order for us to come here, we would have to be male. And I don't think I need to change myself to get a cot to sleep on, because I think that was kind of dangerous to put someone like me in a place where it's full of men. When the lights would go out, there'd be beatings and stuff like that. So I feared that, and that's why I never went to a men's shelter. Plus, I'm a woman.
Yes, you are.
A trans woman.
Yes, you are. So, life on the streets. You're living on the streets. You're working on the streets at night. I'm sure you encounter all kinds of dangers.
Well, yes, I encountered dangers. I got a scar right here where I got stabbed. I got shot in my back, drive-by. Jumped in cars with sometimes the wrong people. They had guns. When I used to do my little service, after that, they had a gun to my head saying, give them their money back. Going to jail was the best thing for me sometimes because I knew it was guaranteed me 3 meals a day and I had a bed. So when the police used to arrest me, I'd say, oh, thank God, I get a room now. It's the truth, I really did. I was so thankful because I had breakfast and lunch and dinner. But when they released us back, they knew we came right here and slept until the police would bother us at night and try to kick us out. So that's why we ended up going to the streets. We had to go somewhere. So some of us just go to the streets and work. And by the time that I was really worn out, I just didn't care if I had AIDS or anything. I just wanted to die, literally, because I thought that was better than the life that I was living.
I can certainly understand that. Now, one last question for you. You went through a very rough patch and you came out on the other side. Now, you do have your own housing. Now, you're not out here any longer. What is it you would want to say to the girls who still haven't made it over to the other side? What words of encouragement do you have for them?
Well, every individual story is different from others. I would say that, I don't know if there's services out here that can help them, but I would say maybe they want to look for services. Maybe the shelter project becomes a reality, hopefully, that they can actually go there to get referrals and stuff. There'll be people there to help them, or rehabs to help them, become clean. Because most people who grew up in the street life, they just still kind of have that street mentality. They seem more tough. And, we try to get the girls to let them know there's help out there. You just need to look for it.
Nefertiti, thank you so much for taking your time. With your help and by sharing your story, it is indeed our sincere hope that Queen's Cottage Shelter can open the doors and that we can rescue as many of the girls from having to live the type of life that you were forced to live.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.